Hello again, it's Noob, and you know what? I've been picking for almost 10 years. Not quite, but close, and my channel's been around for almost 10 years as well. I think coming up in May time. But now it's almost Christmas in 2025, and I realise I've not done a overview of what I actually have in my everyday picking kit for years. What do I mean by my everyday kit? Well, I mean the one which I use nearly all the time, nearly every video. If I go visit a friend to do some lockpicking or go to a lockpicking meetup, anything like that, this is the kit that I carry and use. That doesn't mean that these are all the picks I use, absolutely not. I don't have any dimple lock picks in here, I don't have any disdetainer picks. It's just for standard pin tumblers mostly. And I do use other stuff a lot, as you'll probably see in a lot of my videos. But these are the ones which I use the very most. This is like my 90%, 80 to 90% use kit. You won't be able to pick every lock with everything in here, but I have other kits that I can dip into if I need specialized picks or ones with a certain profile for that particular lock. So yeah, let's go through what I actually have in my everyday set. So first up, this is a trusty old Sparrows Sherman case. And you think, why that? Well, it's a nice size, and also, why not? Good price, it's zipped, so nothing really falls out, and it's got enough space for everything I need, but it also is small enough that it limits me from just like putting every single lockpick I own into it. I have to think about what goes in this, which is, I think, very helpful. And where to start? Let's start at the front. These are just the Peterson 18 thousandths Euro Slim lockpicks. This is all of a set apart from the sort of reach hook, the spoon-shaped thing, which I do not get on with. This one was a what was that? I think that might have been, yeah, a half diamond, which I treated very, very badly and it snapped. And now it's a probe, which is very, very useful for picking things like tubular locks. Never throw away your snapped picks, they can be very useful. Okay, and you'll see I've got my thin, small half diamond, very useful for all sorts of things, even dimple lock picking. I mean, this is a bit underrated. Really like this one. Of course, my Peterson gem, which I've got loads of spares because I love it. There's two different sizes of the Peterson triple peaks. Does it matter that they're Peterson ones? No, not at all. It's just that these were part of the set and they're pretty good. So I've got those two. I have the medium hook, which is very, very useful. Flat top short hook, which I don't use as often as I should, but it's still useful. And one of my favorite profiles, just a little snake rake. Always very nice. I then have a bunch of other rakes. I don't do a lot of raking, but it's always good to have a bunch of rakes on hand. This is the Sparrows worm rake, and this is just really nice. Soft peaks on this one. It's not as harsh to your locks as some of the triple peaks. I've got a Monith and a Bona Multipick rakes, which are sort of low peak, high peak, which can be very useful. I then have two Dangerfield, I think they're from the practice set. This one's 15 thousandths, is that right? Yeah, and this one is the 23 thousandths, I think. So I've got these ones because they're very shallow compared to, say, if you look at the amplitude, they're very different, but they're very useful in sort of lower profile keyways. So that's quite good. I almost exclusively use the Multipick 18 thousandths picks for higher security locks, just where I need that space. You can see that I've really beaten up on this poor flat top short hook. I can't remember what in. I did something horrible to it. But I've had these for years, so they put up with a lot of abuse. So I've got the medium hook there, flat top short hook, a deep hook, which and the thinner deep hook. I don't know the difference between these two, but they are just excellent for high security locks, and sort of a medium hook and a short hook. I use these all the time. I've got their new handles, their magnetic handles on these. They do take up a little bit too much space in the set, but I also really like the handles. So I have sacrificed space for comfort, and yeah, so the 18 thousandth Multipick set, Multipick Elite set, love this one. And that's what I use for nearly all of my higher security lock picks. I also have a, what was this one? This was the Facet, Multipick Facet. It's just a really nice sort of short hook, almost like a rounded gem style, but I like that. Then I've got a whole section of Sparrows lockpicks here. Again, sort of niche use cases here, but can't remember what this one's called. Lunatic, I think. And love this one. Absolutely love it. Quite high reach. Really like that sort of squared off tip. That's really great. I have a Sparrows short hook in 20 thousandths with a hole in it, and this snuck into my kit because I needed to punch a hole in a pick for a video, but then I thought, actually, I really like the Sparrows short hooks, so I'll throw it in my kit because it's, you know, why not? Then I've got a whole family of the monkey paws because they're just so useful for various locks, especially ones which are just, I don't know, ones I'm struggling with that just seem to just, I don't know, I need to get better pick placement on for whatever reasons. I find that these are very, very useful. So there's a mixture of, I think, 15 thousandths, 25 thousandths, 20 thousandths here of different heights as well. Why I don't have all of them from all the sets, I don't know, but these are just ones I've sort of had and I threw them into my kit and they're very useful. Then I've got another Sparrows short hook in 25 thousandths, and this, which is probably the deepest hook in my kit, and it is chunky, but it's also really useful at bypassing some locks like the master locks, and sometimes you just need a big, strong, deep hook. So that's it. I think that's the end of most of my picks. I've got two left. I've got Southord. I really do have a bit of everything, don't I, in here? And I think some Pickology here. Don't even know Pickology makes stuff anymore. They weren't very good, truthfully, but I did like making the broken key extractor into a nice probe for my tubular locks. I've got a very, very thin wave rate, which is great for those like luggage locks and things where you need a really, really, really shallow rake. The Southord ones, both Southord Max, one is a 23 thousandths, and this one is probably about 8 years old. You can see it's been used and used and used, but it's really held up. If you need a really, really, really shallow hook, this is one to go with. And then I've got just their standard short hook in 25 thousandths, and this is such a strong pick. I really like Southord Max stuff, and it's got a really thin shank. I probably have too many short hooks, but then can you ever have enough? Then I've got some other weird stuff here. Slider picks for slider sidebars in lots of common locks. A disc lock, disc turn reset tool, whatever you want to say, which I made myself and I quite like it, so it's in the kit. Some stuff just has landed in here. Then I've got my pinning tweezers, which have just been slightly customized at the tip with a little groove in there. That was from the Huck disassembly kit. The one of the most often used tools in my kit, which is the Sparrows gut wrench, which I designed. I use this so much. Then I've got, before I go on to the turning tools, I've got the Sparrows goat wrench and the Multipick tubular lockpick, which are great for different things. They've got ever so slightly different dimensions to them, and it's quite useful having both, I find. And the goat wrench is very good for those non-center tensioning tubular lockpicks. So these are great tubular lockpick tensioners. I've got both of those. I have a 2mm top of the keyway pry bar. I think this is Law Lock Tools. And then we go on to a whole bunch of just bottom of the keyway turners, and you'll see that a lot of them are multi-pick, and that's because this is part of the Christina Palmer set, which includes all of these top of the keyway turners, and I happen to think that Christina Palmer did an absolutely stunning job. It's not cheap, the turning tool set, but since they're probably going to last you a lifetime, I think a good investment. None of this video is sponsored, by the way, just to make that clear. These are just things that I have, and I do have so many different manufacturers in here. And so all these multi-pick ones are just a great addition. That multi-pick set by Christina Palmer is awesome. But I also have a couple of favourite ones in here as well, including, I just love this one. It's a Southord turner, and it's just thin slightly. And just the way that it's thinned, it just sits very well in the bottom of Eurolocks, so I really like that one. And then there's a load of like handmade things which I've just bent out of pieces of metal, and not that one. And there's a few other ones from other kits, I don't even know where they're from. But yeah, there's a couple of homemade ones, a couple from other kits that I can't even remember. A couple of Southord ones in there as well. So these are really awesome. Then the only thing from a Goso set, which is this wire turner, which you'd think, why on earth would you have that? I find that it's got very well-rounded edges, and it doesn't get caught up in some locks where they just want to sort of jam when you put bottom of the keyway turners in. Plus, it's very, very strong, really useful. And I've got 2 of these, and why do I have 2? Well, I like them quite a lot, and I don't know, can't remember who makes them. I think it might be HPC, or actually it could be Southern Specialties. It's one of those 2 companies makes these. I got them off my friend Robert Band, and these are just awesome for mostly master locks, cheap master locks, but really, really love these. Love them so much I have 2. I then have a load of very short top of the keyway turners, most of which I made myself, and they're just bent pieces of wiper blade. Some of them are thinned down a little bit. A lot of turners. Why do I have so many turners? Because you can never have enough turners. And then I think finally, I don't think I've got anything else going in these pockets. Yeah, it's all done. I've got some I don't know if he sells these or whether they're just a custom few that GJ Locks gave me, but these are dimple lock turners, and I keep them because I don't know where else to put them, and they go into this kit. They have those little noses on, which means they can pick up the cams in some of the locks where the cam needs depressing, and it won't turn unless you do press the little button in the middle of the cam when you've picked the lock. So I've got these, and they're really, really good. They're just useful tools. Then I've got a really, really long bottom of the keyway turner for those locks where I really need to get past, like, I don't know, weather shielding, a scutcheon, a thing, and then finally get the tip in. I got another one of those as well. Sometimes you just need a really, really long nose turning tool. And then these are probably my favourite turners at the moment, and I don't even think you can buy these. These were custom made, so that's a shame, but they are just really nice turners. I don't know what they're made out of either, but these are like custom made turners, and they are just really cool. A bit long maybe, but hey, they still fit in the kit. So that's what I got. And there you have it. That's my everyday lockpick set. These are the tools that I've chosen to be there on hand for nearly every video that I make, every lock that I pick, every meetup I go to. This is my pick set, and I love everything in here. There's certainly stuff which probably shouldn't be in there, and there's certainly things that I probably have too many duplicates of, like short hooks and things like that. But you know what? Sometimes you're thinking, well, it ain't broke, so why remove it? But yeah, that's my set, and I love the fact that I've just sort of like grabbed like things from. I mean, you could basically, what I'm saying is, you could probably replace most of this with other brands, right? Like I have Peterson, but I could probably replace it with anything in 18,000s. It just, I quite like the handles, so I wouldn't say that you have to get any of these particular sets. I think that a lot of lockpick manufacturers out there make just great tools, and you can just stick with one manufacturer. I just have over the years collected a load of stuff, and these are the ones that I gravitate to, whether there's any logic to it or not. This is just the ones I'm used to and the ones I like. And I really like the fact that I have everything from, what do I have? I've got Pickology, Multipick, Southord, Law Lock Tools, Dangerfield, Multipick. I'm just trying to think who else I've got in there. Peterson, of course, Sparrows, Goso. Goso were in there as well. Then a load of custom stuff. You name it, I've got it in there, and I think this is what a lot of people's kits are probably like, actually, just like stuff that they just like. And even if there's stuff which they probably like more, if it's in the kit and it's not going to make a massive difference, yeah, probably still keep it in there. Anyway, look, I'd love to know what you think to this kit. Do you have anything like this? How do you rate it? Would this kit suit you? Is there anything in it that you'd want, or things you'd take out? I'd really like to know your comments. Please leave them below, and I'll read them all, and of course reply to as many as I can. If you like this video, then leave a like. If you haven't subscribed, now's a great time to do so for more content like this. Even hit that notification bell to be notified when I next upload content. Otherwise, stay safe, happy picking, happy Christmas, and I'll see you all next time.